This episode of In a Nutshell is brought to you by Oracle Home Health. When it's time for in-home care, Oracle Home Health brings quality and compassion to your home. Good day. How in the heck are you? This is Al Weissman welcoming you to the latest and greatest installment of In a Nutshell. Today we have the great good fortune of having with us in the studio one of the foremost members of the greater Chicagoland musical community, a gentleman by the name of Mike Aquino. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great, Al. How are you guys?
We are really happy to be here today, I'll tell you. And we're doing well, thank you. Now, your resume reads like a who's who of modern music in terms of the fact that you played with some of the musical luminaries of the past, 20, 30 years, including, among many others, Jim Patrick and Stephen Cropper and on and on and on. And I can see that by working with Dave Bickler and Jamie Jameson, who are former members of Survivor, that and also Don Barnes of 38 Special, that you had in to meet with Jim Peterick if you hadn't met with him already. How did you meet Peterick?
When Mom was being discharged from the hospital, Dad was very happy that he called Oracle Home Health because Mom was homebound.
When it's time for in-home care, Oracle Home Health brings quality and compassion to your home. With Oracle Home Health, an RN will customize a plan of care to meet Mom's needs.
Because Mom deserves to be home, relaxing in her own bed.
Call 224-470-5130. Take advantage of quality home care with Oracle Home Health.
Well, actually, the way I met Jimmy Peterick was through a then student of mine at the time by the name of Joe Vanna. And Joe and I used to sit in his basement and write songs and record them, like these little demos. And Joe was good friends with Jim Peterick. Joe had known Jim since he was a kid, and through Joe I met Jim. Yeah.
That's a nice hookup there.
Yeah, it was. It was a very good hookup, and it was through Jim and through the whole world stage process of doing all those Jim Peterick and world stage shows that I've gotten to meet and play with all these tremendous artists and tremendous singers and great guitar players and songwriters. So I've been pretty blessed, I must say.
Would you be willing to play a couple of tunes for our audience?
I'd love to.
Okay.
I'd love to. Let's do it.
Great.
This is a song called Little White Lighter. It's followed me around all over the place, and it's a traveling song about a lighter. And it's one of my most requested, so here we go. Pocket to pocket, or hand to hand. Started some fires, helped make a few good friends. I might be just a couple of bucks, but I'm handy in a pinch. I help you find your way in the dark. We'll get your fix and a cinch. I always start on the first floor, even in the driving rain. There ain't no way I'm going out, not even in a hurricane. Maybe small, but I'm mighty. There ain't no limit to my fire. Like a good old friend who always lights your flame, I'm a little white lighter. Started out in Hollywood in a band at Circle K. Headed my way east, road tripping to Green Bay. Some trucker scanned me in a bar, and my home was his old Mac. And those 18 wheels could really fly, and I never did look back. I always start on the first floor, even in the driving rain. There ain't no way I'm going out, not even in a hurricane. Maybe small, but I'm mighty. There ain't no limit to my fire. Like a good old friend who always lights your flame, I'm a little white lighter. Oh, come on, son. flew back to Chicago in a jacket C10D. I caught a Greyhound down to Memphis. Hell, I lit up a show or two. And a couple of stops in Texas. I go everywhere with you. I always start on the first floor, even in the driving lane. There ain't no way I'm going out, not even in a hurricane. Maybe small, but I'm mighty. There ain't no limit to my fire. Like a good old friend who always lights your flame. Yeah, I'm your little white lighter. Yeah. All right, let's get out of here.
Nice. Very, very nice.
You guys want another one? All right. So this is an advice song, and it goes something like this. It's called "A Place in the Line." My daddy's dad was a poet through and through. Sat me down the night I left when I lost my faith in you. And he said, listen, this world can spin your life around, turn your whole plan upside down, even throw a curve or two, but just stay true. Don't take for granted what you got, 'cause it'll only slip away. Believe that every step you take, there's a mile for every day. Don't lose sight of where you came from. Mind the battle and the wine. Someday you'll find your place in the line. Every Friday night in this barroom, stare up at the walls, all the stars that have come and gone, and I get to thinking, where will I be tomorrow? Will I be begging to borrow another night before my time is through? Don't take for granted what you got, 'cause it'll only slip away. Believe that every step you take is a mile for every day. Don't lose sight of where you came from. Mind the battle and the wine. Someday you'll find your place in line. Line is big, frail and fragile. Daddy's dad was gone, passed to the other side. And upon his face, he left here with a smile. Guess he was right all this while, 'cause he finally found his place in the line. Don't take for granted what you got, 'cause it'll only slip away. Believe that every step you take is a mile for every day. And don't lose sight of where you came from. Mind the battle and the wine. Someday you'll find your place in the line. Your place in the line. Yeah, yeah. I wrote that song, I think, last summer sometime. It's called Turn Up Again, and it goes something like this. Well, if I had one wish that it could come true, be asking for another night like this to spend with you, with the summer wind blowing through your hair. When I heard you say my name, and it sounded like a prayer. So I said, stand up, go ahead and rave on. Yeah, there's something in the air. Shouting, everybody's turned on. It's my kind of party, and I'll take you there. And everybody's singing, sounding like a Sunday choir. It's never gonna stop, and it's never gonna end. Most people around here know when it's time to turn up again. Gonna grab my date before it gets too late. Gonna round up the boys and drop a few tailgates. Hey, you over there, come on, pass that over here. Come on, raise up your glass and I don't cock you clear. So I said, stand up, go ahead and rave on. Yeah, there's something in the air. Shouting, and everybody's turned on. It's my kind of party, and I'll take you there. And everybody's singing, sounding like a Sunday time. It's never gonna stop, and it's never gonna end. Most people around here know when it's time to turn up again. I said, shouting, everybody's turned on. It's my kind of party, and I'll take you there. Shouting, everybody's turned on. It's my kind of party, and I'll take you there. Everybody's singing, sounding like a Sunday time. It's never gonna stop, and it's never gonna end. Most people around here know when it's time to turn up again. Oh, it's time to turn up again. Well, it's a 42 in the Nashville Music Row breakout charts. So there'll be a lot more from him coming out. We got a bunch of songs we wrote with him.
Now, Stephen Cropper, formerly of Booker T and the MGs, how did you get to work with him? How did you come about? How did that come about?
Well, sometimes we get these calls for these gigs. I call them World of March instead of World Stage. Sometimes we get a buyer for a private party or a corporate event that wants the Ides of March, but they want an element of World Stage. So they want to hire the Ides of March plus some guest artists. And usually with Jim and all the other guys in the Ides of March, they will ask me to join on to act as like the music director for a lot of the guest artists' songs. And we did a private party where Steve Cropper was someone that they wanted in, so we called in Steve, and I got to work with Steve. And standing next to Steve, the Colonel Cropper, playing guitar, it doesn't get any better than that.
That's exactly the words that were on my mind.
You're just like, that's Steve Cropper. Cool, I've made it.
Look for some good things. And
Yeah, so I've been going back and forth from Nashville to Chicago a lot, writing with my buddy Brad. And we got some things in the works, and I'll be sure to keep y'all in the know when something comes up. This song is, this is country. This is like old school country. We're gonna go back to a little Waylon Jennings, maybe current. Most younger people nowadays would know it as Chris Stapleton vibe, you know. So this is about some people doing wrong and getting caught up between a rock and a hard place, all right? Baby, where do we go from here? All this running around is getting real clear. And it's written all over your face. You're getting caught between a rock and a hard place. You may not mean that much to you, 'cause if you did, we wouldn't be here doing what we do, full of passion and desire. From miles around you can feel the fire. Baby, where do we go from here? All that running round is getting real clear. Now it's written all over your face. You're getting caught between a rock and a hard place. Rolling door, crossing the lines. It's like getting loaded up on a whiskey and wine. It's like lightning in a perfect storm. Do one more kiss before you slip on out the door. But baby, where do we go from here? All this running round is getting real clear. Now it's written all over your face. 'Cause you're getting caught between a rock and a hard place. Yeah, it's written all over your face. 'Cause you're getting caught between a rock and a hard place. Oh yeah, one more time. There's some country music there. Yeah, that's a good one. It's not a bad one. Sneaking around and doing stuff they shouldn't do.
Well, if you wanna come home on a Sunday, I'll send up a prayer for you. And if you wanna come home on a Friday, there's plenty of things to do. On a cold September morning, when there's dew still on the lawn, you can come back anytime, 'cause I'll be gone. First time in a long time, I love the feeling. You
Find Judson Brown Band music on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. Like and follow Judson Brown Band on Facebook. And then there's always John Waite. I ain't missing you. Well, how did you get together with John Waite?
John Waite was one of those Steve Harkins Baker Taylor gigs. That was a gig I did. That was just this last year in Nashville. It was John Waite, Mark Farner from Grand Funk, formerly of Grand Funk, and Kathy Richardson, my old buddy Kathy Richardson. And yeah, we did all those baby songs and the John Waite solo stuff, and even in a couple of Bad English songs that he had. And he was a trip, man. He was fun, and his voice sounds perfect. He sounds just as good today as he did back in the Babies days.
Really?
It was great, yeah.
Are you available for playing gigs for people? Are you individually or as part of a band available for that?
Well, I'm part of about 7 or 8 bands. I really don't do a whole lot of solo work, like a whole lot of solo acoustic. I prefer to be duo stuff. I mean, I do have a duo guy that I work with all the time. The main band that comes from is a band called Junkyard Groove. And the guy who runs that band, Jason Sturman, and myself, we do a lot of duo gigs, whether it's private parties, corporate stuff.
Circumcision?
Those two, but those cost extra.
Okay. But the tips are small.
Oh, bang! I love your new accommodations.
Oh, thank you.
Because the last time it was just the radio show.
Yeah.
And
The rent district has gone up since then.
but this is great. I mean, this is so good. You guys so deserve this. If it wasn't for you, and Delores, you guys are such supporters of local live music. I mean, without you guys, it just wouldn't be the same. So thank you from not just me, but from all of us that are playing out in the scene. A thank you to you guys for doing this, because, I mean, you guys are really the reason why we do it.
We thank you very much for those nice words. But we absolutely love what we're doing, I'll tell you that. We get some kids on our radio show that are just unreal.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just like,
I'm sure.
yeah, it just make you crazy to sit there and watch this kid, 11 years old, pluck out a tune on a guitar like the best of them, and we've seen it in our studio.
Oh, yeah, you see 11-year-old guitar player killing this song, and you click on it, and I start watching it, and next thing I want to do, I want to burn my guitars. I'm like, I got time for a couple more songs. One here. So this song is called Anywhere You Wanna. All gassed up and shiny. Don't you love how the tires whine around the corner on your street now? Hey baby, I'm right on time. You and me, we've been dreaming, been scheming, planning this for weeks. Gonna get tuned on out of town. I won't stop till you say there's no possible way to cross that creek, down that gravel road, take you anywhere the wind blows high up on a mountain, out where the sun is setting. I'm your one-way ride from Maine to Tijuana. I'll take you anywhere you wanna. Drop the top now, it's getting hotter. Downshift, let my right hand slide. You smile, we blow a kiss. Hey baby, let your hair fly. County line, 5 miles back. Everything that we had planned is coming true. On a back road, doing what we wanna do. I won't stop till you say there's no possible way across that creek, down that gravel road, take you anywhere the wind blows high up on a mountain, out where the sun is
impossible across that creek, down that gravel road. Out where the sun is setting, out of this forgetting. I'm your one-way ride from Maine to Tijuana. I'll take you anywhere you wanna. Anywhere you wanna. Anywhere you wanna. Anywhere you wanna. Oh, thank you much, thank you much for having me on, everybody. And with Delores, thank you guys. In a nutshell, check this show out every time it airs because it's awesome.
Mike Aquino. Mike Aquino, thank you very much. Let's give a big round of applause for Mike Aquino. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
loved every minute of it. We love you, man. We had a really fun time with you. Next week on In a Nutshell.
My daddy was always guiding me. I never listened well enough. A green-eyed girl made her dreams calling his bluff. I was just a county line wildflower.
This week's episode of In a Nutshell was brought to you by Oracle Home Health. When it's time for in-home care, Oracle Home Health brings quality and compassion to your home.
You got me dreaming, you got me beaming, walking on a tightrope weaving, first time in a long time, and I love the feeling, run away on a freight train, dancing in a warm rain, washing down with a love that I can believe in. You got me dreaming, running in place. I was doing my